All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. All right, the first thing that I want to do is I want to talk to y'all. Well, in fact, this whole video is going to be about why we aspire to the things that we aspire to. And I want to piggyback it off of the Grammys, the Oscars, all these awards, and we consider our value and our self-worth based on these awards, which is which is sad, because we're trying to chase the white man's ice all the time, and we're forgetting that most of the creativity and everything that comes out of everything comes from Africans and descendants of Africans. So I think that a lot of times that we get caught up, and we get caught up in the wrong things, and because we get caught up in the wrong things, then we end up chasing the wrong things. I put a post on my Facebook page yesterday, and it was talking about how much money the football programs at certain colleges make, and that basically that's all they're funding. So basically they're football programs that have classes, all right, because the classes could not pay in order to keep the colleges and universities active. And so we've been checking out number 21, Deion Sanders. We've been checking out Jackson State, and Jackson State is doing real well under Brother Sanders. Why? Because he's a winner, and he always was a winner. He was a winner in high school. He's a winner in college. He's a winner in the pros. So, but he decided to take his talents and put them to an historically black college or university. And I mean, I can't say anything. I give him the highest accolades possible, because of the fact that, that he took his talent. He could have taken his talent anywhere. Anybody would have taken him, but he went to a HBCU. And so I look at these things. I remember a lot of things that have happened to me in my lifetime, and I can recall, like, always chasing after what the white man had, and thinking, why don't I chase after what my ancestors had? Because my ancestors were greater than any white man, period. So I went to a HB. I went to 3 HBCUs, and I don't think that I'm any less intelligent than anybody out there. I figured that I could sit down and I can hold a conversation with you as long as it's in English. I'm not great at foreign languages, but as long as it's in English, we could talk about anything, literally. So I remember being in law school, and the one thing that I went to University of District of Columbia, David A. Clark School of Law, shout out. And we learned the books are the same. The books are the same there that they are at Harvard. They're the same there that they are at Howard University. As a matter of fact, the only, our first black Supreme Court justice, he went to Howard. And then there's a I don't know, I didn't fact check this, but 70% of all of our doctors, lawyers, et cetera, PhDs, everything, they go to black colleges and universities. And who's to say who's better? When Cornel West got into this little tiff, about his tenure at Harvard. Why you want tenure at Harvard? For what? The stuff that you teach, what's in your mind, and what's available for you to teach people is not based on Harvard. It's based on what's in your soul. And that's a problem that we have. We always want to give our talents to the highest white bidder instead of to the highest bidder, period. Or to the place where we can be the most helpful. And clearly, black folks can use your knowledge and your expertise. I know everybody don't like Cornel West, but he's a brilliant man. He's a genius. No matter what y'all think. So the only people that we give any type of credit to are pastors and apostles and bishops and all that kind of stuff. If they in the black church, then we give them their props, and we look up to those people. But people that are in the academic world or the sports world or anything like that, we always look at it as, for some reason, that the white man's ice is colder, and it's not true. For look at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Most of the black people in the Pro Football Hall of Fame went to HBCUs. They did not go to big majority or whatever, predominantly white institutions, PWIs. They didn't go to PWIs. That's the word I'm looking for. I wasn't trying to say majority because it's not really the majority. But they didn't go to predominantly white institutions. They went to HBCUs. And where are they? They're still in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And they had genius careers. They had high-level careers on the largest stage possible. And the same thing for the Grammys and the Oscars and all that. I mean, Spike Lee should have won. I mean, let's face it. Spike Lee should have won an Academy Award for Do the Right Thing. It was the best movie that came out that year. Just like yesterday, and I was talking about the people that they want to push forward. They give the awards and everything to the people that they want to push forward, and not to the people that are most deserving of them, because that's the way they do. That's the way that the system is set up. So then after I get a couple awards, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now we can trust you. We can depend on this good black person. And that's what it is. I mean, all the time you gotta think about what's really going on. Think of all the movies that Denzel Washington has made. Right? Angela Bassett doesn't have an Academy Award. Angela Bassett does not have an Academy Award. Why not? You see what I'm saying? And she's one of the greatest actors in the history of acting. Period. I'm a funketeer. George Clinton, up until, George Clinton, look, Flashlight stayed on the charts for over a year. Over a year. It was on the charts. I think, I can't remember what year. I think it might have been 1975. But George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic stayed on the charts for over a year. Flashlight. No, until recently, and then they gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award. They didn't give him no awards for the music that he created or the music that he made. They gave him an award because hey, we're gonna get this to him just so that we can try to correct the mistake that we made in the past, because they made a mistake. They made a mistake, no doubt about it. James Brown. Look, The hardest working man in show business worked 350 days out of the year every year. You tell me that Elvis worked as hard as James Brown, and I'll smack you. You can line up and I'll smack you. I mean, seriously, come on, y'all. Come on now. Y'all hear me. I hope. And if you don't hear me, I hope you do hear me. But stop selling your talents to the highest bidder. Look at Spinderella and Tiffany Haddish, and they go in on black women, by the way. So they were so happy to get these Grammy awards, but Salt and Pepper was good in the 1980s. And you mean to tell me it's 2021 and they just now gave Spinderella a Grammy? How many of those Salt and Pepper records did you dance to as a kid? I'll wait. How many? Look, I'm just telling y'all, listen to me. Listen to me. What really packs the, like I said, I was a club DJ and a radio DJ, and you tell me what record, you tell me a white artist right now that got songs from the 80s that'll still pack the dance floor. Right now, tonight, we'll go to the club. Then you tell me who will pack the dance floor right now. And even from their own admission, you talk to some of the predominant leading Caucasian artists. Like talk to Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones. Talk to Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger will tell you, look, man, I just wanted to be the Temptations. I wanted to be like the Temptations. That was my thing. I knew I couldn't sing. I knew I couldn't dance, but I gave it my best shot. Was the thing? Mick Jagger is so ugly that he's cute. Come on, y'all, listen to me. Stop. We gotta stop this. And there's nobody. There's nobody. You tell me how many people that Keenen Ivory Wayans discovered. And you tell me how many movie studios were out looking for Jim Carrey or were out looking for his brothers and his sisters. Tell me how many movie studios were there. Huh? I mean, come on, y'all, listen to me. Who discovered these people? Who put them on? Who was the one that looked at these people and said, wow, these people have talent. We need to use these people. It wasn't Hollywood. It wasn't Hollywood. I promise you. And we can do this throughout history. We put each other on. We put each other down. And that's why it's ridiculous not to support and to love on one another, because we've been the only ones that have done it. The only ones that have done it. What happened when my man said he didn't want to renew his contract? Dave Chappelle said, "Oh, I don't want to renew my contract." Next thing you know, he was crazy. He was in Africa and he lost his mind. That was a lie, because he wouldn't do what they wanted him to do. Keep thinking. Fastest 15 minutes is up. Keep thinking. It ain't illegal yet. Hit the like button, subscribe button, hit all the buttons, but most of all, hit the love button. I love you.